everybody, it's Sam here. So I just wanted to do a quick video showing you how to use your wax seal stamp kit, and I'm going to show you how you can add a metallic finish to the wording. So I'm going to use the Happy Mouse stamp that's also in the kit, but there is the all occasions, this one here, and you've got the big thanks, happy birthday, and you did it stamp. So it will work with those as well, and any stamps that you might have. So this is the kit here. And you've got your bead mix in this one. So I'm going to use I'm going to use the white because I think that will show up the metallics the best. So you'll see I've got doubles here because I've obviously got the sample ones that I've, tested before. So I'm just going to do it right from scratch. So we'll light this one here. If you want to reduce the soot, then just snip the wick slightly first and then light it. But then that will also slow down the melting process. And I like mine to be, I'm impatient, I like it to be quick. So I'm just going to pop my little burner over the top there, pop the spoon on top so that can start to warm up. And then I'm going to drop in 5 beads. You always need more to start with because you've got nothing in the spoon. It's completely clean, because when you pour the wax out, you never pour out every single drop of it. So you're always left with probably about a bead's worth sometimes. So I think I'm actually going to pop in 6, but I'll show you how you can save every bit of the wax as well. So if you have got any left in your spoon, you don't want to do any more stamping, I'll show you how you can get that out, save it, and clean everything up as well. So like I said, we're going to use the Happy Mouse stamp here. And I've just got a couple of metallic pens here. I've got this metallic gold one and metallic silver. I haven't actually used them, so we'll see how they look. I've got all kinds of bits in here. See if I've got any other colour metallic pens. No, we'll just go for those ones for now. So you can see already that's starting to melt. I always say the first melt, because you've got to heat up the spoon and then all of the wax, probably takes about 4 or 5 minutes. But once you've, if you're making a lot of wax seals, once that spoon's hot, you'll find that they will melt very quick, sometimes a minute and it's already melted. So you've got to be a little bit patient to start with, but it will get much quicker. So again, whilst that's melting, you can see here I've got all of these that I have been making in preparation for this launch. I've made these cute little charms, which I'm just in love with. I've got a separate video on my Made to Surprise YouTube channel, which shows you how to make them, along with a detailed video showing you lots of things you can use and add to your wax melts. So like glitter, gilding flakes, using your twine and things like that. You can find all that on the Made to Surprise channel as well. If the videos aren't up right away, because you might be seeing this right at the start of the launch, they will be in the next couple of days. And if you're joining later, then they'll all be up there now. But you can see how wonderful these look. I put some foam pads on the back, so they're all ready to add to my envelopes or on my cards. These are great little embellishments. So you can, just pop them in like little pocket letters or friend mail. And you can also, if you don't want the dimension of the foam, you can just use double-sided tape on the back. I just love them. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing this. It's been so much fun. So I've got the cooling plate here. I'll just talk about this as well. You can pop this in the fridge. So if you are making simple wax seals like this, you're not adding any glitters or anything to them, by popping it in the fridge about 30 minutes before, it will just speed up the cooling process even faster. But the cooling plate, you'll see in a minute, it's really quick anyway at room temperature. But if you do want to, have it melting even quicker, then pop it in the fridge, like I said, for about half an hour before, so it's nice and cold. So you can see there, that's starting to melt now. I have more than likely got a little bit of colour from some other beads that I have been melting, so I can see some other colours there. Can you see that? But that's okay. What I'm going to do is use my pokey tool here. I've got some paper towel. It's always handy to have that at hand. And I'm just going to stir that in. It's a small amount. It's going to soon, dilute with all of that white. Just pop any visible bubbles that you can see as well, because they will pour out. If you do get bubbles in the wax seal, I wouldn't, don't worry about it. You can pop some of them if you're quick. But otherwise, you can, if you're really dissatisfied, you can just break down the wax seal, pop it back in the spoon and remelt it again. And that's the nice thing about this. If you're not happy with the finish, maybe you didn't stamp it properly, or you haven't got a nice kind of frame of wax around the seal, just let it cool enough so you can peel it off and just pop it back into the spoon again. So I can see it's just starting to smoke. So everything's nice and hot now. So I'm just going to take that off and we're going to pour this out. Like so. Because I'm just doing the one for this demo, just going to blow my candle out there and just let that sit there for the moment. And then we're going to take this one here. I don't need to worry about this being the right way up, the font, because I can peel it off and turn it. But I do tell you in my other videos to just put a little marker pen on the wax seal at the top, so you know that then your seal's the right way up. So when you are pouring straight onto your envelopes, you know it's going to be the right way up when you lift it. So you saw me just place that one down there. I'm just going to hold this up so you can see I've got that nice frame of wax all the way around there. So just give it a little wobble. It's not quite ready yet, so just give that a few seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, depends how thick and how much wax you've used. If you've maybe just used 3 beads, it's going to be so thin it will be almost instant. These are matte finish. The metallics are shiny, but the coloured ones and the white are a matte finish. So now, there we go. That's popped off nicely. And if I just bring that up there, you can see how wonderful does that look. Really, really sweet. And then you can probably just peel it off if you've got long nails like me. Otherwise, just use a little, you know, piercing tool there and that will lift right off. So now I want to add some colour to the font there, to the raised parts. You can also colour all around the frame if you wanted to. Okay, so I've actually found this gold one here. Posca gold, which is nice and juicy. You don't want anything that's dried up. You can see here it just looks really nice. So I'm just going to very lightly just hold that in place, just go over all the raised parts there. So I used that one, but it wasn't strong enough. But you can see here you want a nice opaque metallic marker. I'm just brushing it over all the raised parts there. And like I said, you can do the frame if you want, but I'm just going to keep it on the writing there. I think that looks really nice. I just hold that up there. How lovely is that? So it can be any colour. I've just used the gold there, but I think I've got a purple colour as well. I think that would look really nice. But again, if you want it to coordinate with the colours in the card or on the envelope, then I think that's a really nice effect to use. So you can see here now, this has all solidified. It's all set again. So I'm just going to light my candle. That won't take a minute to melt. So that's all melted again. There isn't as much in there. If you, like I said, if you're making quite a few, you will find you'll get quite a build up. So all you need to do is I've just used the end of my ruler here and I just poured out that excess. And you'll be surprised how much, I'm just going to push that together. There you go, I can peel the whole thing off then. You'll be surprised sometimes you can get like a couple of beads worth of wax. So you don't want to be wasting it. And then just blow that out. To clean everything, just again using some paper towel here, just fold it up a few times. You don't want to burn yourself, but just wipe out your spoon there. So it's really easy. And then just give it a buff on the back. Like so. So it's nice and clean. Leave it on your cooling plate there because it'll still be hot. Any wax, if you've used a ruler like myself, will just come straight off. And if you've got any on the top of your burner here, you can hold the sides because it's wooden. It will feel warm, but it shouldn't be so hot that you can't pick it up. But you don't want to be touching this metal portion because that will be very hot. There we go. And then just leave that now all to cool before you pop it back in here if that's where you're storing it or in any other storage that you've got. And then this piece here should just now peel off like so. And I can just add that back into my pot, and I call these my starter. So when I then, you know, the next day, if I want to make some wax seals, so I will then, you know, pop in this, the starter, and then maybe 3 or 4 beads, and that will be enough then for my first pour. So yeah, try not to waste any because it does all add up. So I hope you've enjoyed this short intro using my new wax seal stamp kit. Like I said, check out my other videos on my Made to Surprise YouTube channel where I go into even more detail and show you other tips and techniques. But just to get you started, this is a nice easy one. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.